Hello, welcome to Sun and Moon's YouTube channel. My name is Dina Jensen. It is Monday morning. If you're watching live, hello and good morning and happy beginning of the week. It's a glorious day here in Northern Virginia. And if you're watching later, then good afternoon, good evening, welcome. Today's practice, I am actually subbing. Our YouTube classes go Monday through Friday, and Annie has been amazing at showing up every Monday at 10 o'clock to share these beautiful practices with the world. So she's in the mountains this weekend, and she asked me if I would step in because I did a lot of the YouTube at the very beginning. Hi. I did these YouTubes at the very beginning, and then life got a little busy for me, so now I can just sub and step in for people. So I'm really happy to be back. I'm so happy to see many of the regular names, and honestly, congratulations to you all who keep showing up every day, Monday through Friday, or even if you show up one day a week, doesn't matter. That habit, that imprint you're making, it's just so positive and healthy for your every layer of the self, the physical, energetic, mental layers. You're really taking good care of yourself. So you should pat yourself on the back because it takes a lot to show up. It takes a lot to keep showing up. Speaking of that, today's practice, what I would like to focus on is strength and stability. So I'm calling this practice strong and stable. What we'll be doing today on the physical layer, because do you know that yoga teachings tell us that we have layers to the self? And we usually are dealing with the physical layer. That's the layer that we most readily inhabit. But we have other layers to the self as well. We have an energetic layer, the subtle body. We have a mental layer. And then we have our deep core, the true self that's the same in all of us. So the physical layer today of the practice will be our standing poses because they're our foundation. And for the rest of our lives, as we keep doing this practice, we keep coming back to these standing poses over and over again. And they're always fresh and new because you've never done it on that day at that time, and the body has new information to share with you. We're going to do just a few little new things to it, so that might keep it novel for you. We'll add on some things to the warrior poses that start to involve our hands and wrists in a new way. Yoga, you always tune into yourself. You practice self-study, you practice non-harming. We're always turning away from any violence or harm and turning towards loving compassion, loving friendliness towards ourselves, towards the world. So of course, as we go through the poses, tune in. You know, if you're having range of motion issues with your shoulders, then you'll do things a little bit lower with the arms and, you know, take care of yourself. So the physical layer of the standing poses, it's our foundation, it's our strength, it's what we keep going back to. The feet, the ankles, the legs, they support us. We have these big muscles in our legs and in the bum. So the glute muscles and all the muscles that are in the front of the thighs, back of the thighs, and they hold us up. They keep us upright. So the energetic sense of all of these standing poses is strength, stability, showing up, standing tall, right? Feeling both the strength and courage that we need, and in some of these poses we can also feel protection, that we're protected and we're protecting others. So be just thinking about that as we go through both the physical practice, what we're working on, feet, ankles, legs, the butt muscles. We'll add on a little bit with the arms, which will add on the intensity, and also that energetic layer. Like, what am I feeling inside the body? What am I bringing to these poses? Do I need strength? Do I need courage? Do I need protection? You know, everybody needs something a little bit different depending on what's happening in your life. I mean, we have certainly a shared world experience that we're going through, and then we have our individual lives, our private lives, our family lives, and only you know, of course, what you're going through and what you need. So just be thinking about that energetic layer, and then also that mental layer of sensing what does that energy bring to me. You know, what are the things mentally that I want to focus on that lift me up, that make me feel strong. I'll give you some visualizations, especially we go into mountain. So a mountain, think of things in maybe nature. That can be your sort of mental layer, is picturing mountains, mountain ranges. You can picture strong trees. You know, if there's something in your life that you think of that just gives you the sense of that strength or courage, showing up, standing tall, having protection. Okay. So today's practice, we may add on to a couple of the standing poses. We may add on what's called the forward bend. And if we do that, you could use some blocks. You can have those handy. We'll see how the time goes if we get to that. But usually what's lovely about the standing practice is you typically don't need a whole lot of props for this, okay? So if you have a yoga mat, that's fine. If you don't have a yoga mat, it doesn't matter. You know, you can do this on any kind of floor. Carpet gets a little bit tricky just because it gets slippery. So, but the standing poses don't require a whole lot in terms of props. So, okay, I'm gonna get onto the mat and we are going to begin. So the first pose that we'll start with today will be mountain pose. And how many times have you done mountain pose? If you've been practicing yoga for a while, you've done mountain pose, who knows, hundreds, thousands of times, but you've never done this mountain pose today. So let's begin standing on our own 2 feet. We want to build the poses from the bottom up. So the first thing that we pay attention to are our lovely feet that give us so much support. Step your feet in a comfortable distance apart from each other. So I'll give you a lot of little guidelines and things you can think about, but you feel it in your own body, what you need. So feet are about hip distance apart, whatever that might mean for you, so that you feel stable. Look down at your feet and just be curious about your toes, your arches, what's going on, what are your normal patterns when you stand before you really think about your feet a lot. Do your ankles drop in? Do your arches drop in? You know, where is more of the weight, where is less than the weight? That's as a lot as the self-study. Okay, so now, if you were to pick up all of your toes off of the ground, all 10 toes, you're going to feel an activation in the soles of the feet that you just didn't feel before. So feel that energy, feel those muscles of the sole of the feet. Spread out the toes and then put them back down so you've got a wider base now with your feet a little bit more spread. And sense the bottom of the feet. I would like you to feel the tripod of your feet. Sometimes we call it 4 corners, sometimes we talk about the tripod. So the big toe mound, the pinky toe mound, and then the center of your heel. If you lean a little bit forward like a pendulum and backward, you're going to feel more weight in the toe mounds when you lean forward, and then more weight in the heel when you lean backwards. So we try to find that place that's right balanced. You're not leaning forward, you're not back. And you can do the same thing from your side to side, of course. So you lean to one side, you feel more weight in one foot. You lean to the other and you feel more weight in the other foot. And you go back and forth. That just gives you great sensory input to then settle in to equal weight distribution between 2 feet, trying to feel the tripod of your feet, imagining that now you are bringing your toes and your heels more towards each other to feel lifted arches, and let that support hold you up. Work your way up the legs, and we just want to feel strength in the legs. Feel those big muscles in your thighs. You can bring up the, pull up the kneecaps a little bit. That's a cue that might help some of you to engage the front thigh muscles, or just imagine you're hugging muscles to your bone. There's a lot of ways to try to feel this muscular engagement. So awareness to those legs, awareness down to your feet, building the pose have our hip bones. In the middle of our body, the center of gravity, the pelvis, and we want the pelvis to be neutral. We take a moment to tuck the tailbone, so scoop that tailbone under you. You'll feel your thigh bones push forward a bit, and then release the tailbone behind you, and you're going to get more of an arch in the back. The pelvis tilts forward, and we'll just do a few good pelvic tilts, feeling what's it like when my tailbone is scooped and my pelvis tilts back, the top of the pelvis back, and if I tilt the pelvis forward. And just like we did the pendulum swinging, do the same thing with the pelvis rocking until you find the place where, okay, my pelvis, top of the pelvis isn't dropped forward or pulled back. It's just nice and upright. Okay. Arms down by your side. We can roll the shoulders up towards the ears and then draw them down and back. Pull the shoulder blades slightly down the back body. And then imagine you're tucking the bottom of the shoulder blades into your back pockets. That hopefully then put your arms to your side with the palms faced in towards each other, and turn the palms forward now to face forward. Feel the opening and broadening in the collarbones. Feel the tripod feet, strong legs, open heart. Soften the front ribs. And let's add on lifting with an inhale, the crown of the head up towards the ceiling, keeping your chin level and feeling the spaciousness in between each vertebrae. So now we've really taken this purposeful, strong mountain pose. When we're here, we'll do our little bit of centering. I'd like to share with you an energetic visualization my friend Christy Garrett shared with me. So you can look forward or you can slightly close your eyes and picture a majestic mountain. It can be one that you have visited or you've seen. And imagine that that mountain is surrounding you. And as you stand tall and strong, feel that high frequency energy that the mountain gives to you. The strength, the stability, the foundation. And imagine also the protection. You're inside this mountain, fully protected. So both strength, stability, and protection. Breathe in through the nose. Breathe out through the nose. And please take a moment to set an intention. Maybe I am strong, I'm stable, I am protected. Any of those. Okay, release your mountain pose. Beautiful. Let the things be just relaxed and see the difference when you just stand without thinking too much about things. We're going to do the 6 directions of the spine. We'll go through cat-cow, twists, and side stretching with standing. So, getting into your feet, bend your knees slightly, please. Put your hands on your thighs, somewhere that's comfortable. You lean over a little bit. Take a breath in, and on your breath out, tuck your tailbone, drop your head around the spine, scoop the lower belly. On your inhale, flip the spine. So release the tailbone, squeeze the shoulder blades together, shine through your heart center. Exhale, round the spine, drop the head, scoop the lower belly in and up. On your inhale, flip the breath, flip the spine. Exhale into your cat pose, flexing the spine, rainbow spine is what Annie calls it, and then inhale into your hammock spine as Annie calls it. One more exhale into your rainbow spine, and then inhale into your hammock spine. Okay, so let's stand up nice and tall. We'll do our side stretches now. Coming into a faster mountain pose, right? So it's not quite as intricate. Stand tall in those feet, stand strong in the legs. Get your arms next to your side. We'll start with both arms lifting overhead. So inhale, reaching the arms out to the side, sweep them out and up. And then hold on to your right wrist with your left hand, palm faces forward. Breathe out, pull yourself over to the left. Let the hips swing to the right. Inhale, come back to extended mountain. Reach towards the ceiling. And then hold on to the opposite wrist. Exhale over to your right. You can let those hips swing to the side a little bit. Inhale, sweep the arms up and overhead. Hold pull yourself over to the second side. And take a nice big inhale. Breathe, reach, stretch, stretch, stretch. And then exhale, hands float to your heart space. Okay, so the twist that we'll do today, take care of your shoulders. Do what range of motion feels best for you. I'll show you just in a moment here. We lift the arms to extended mountain, and then we're going to release one arm behind you and push through the heel of that hand and push through your front heel of your hand. If opening all the way to the side doesn't work for you, then open to all the way to the back, then just open to the side. Okay, I think I'll stay this way. Let's begin with your hands in your heart and grab your mountain pose. So get that strength and stability. Feel the energy of the legs. Feel those muscles really holding you up. Take a nice breath in and sweep the arms out to the side, overhead. A nice extended mountain pose. On an exhale, reach one arm behind you. Look towards that hand. Push out through the heel of the hand in your back hand. Spread out those fingers. Push out through the heel of the hand in your front hand. Whenever an inhale comes, come back to extended mountain pose. Exhale as you release the opposite hand behind you. Push out through the heel of the hand. Spread out those fingers in both hands. Hold, breathe. When a natural inhale comes, come on back to extended mountain. We're going to do this just for one cycle of breath more. Exhale, open up. First hand behind you. Push through the heel of the hand. The inhale brings you back to extended mountain. Exhale pushes the other hand behind you. Push through the heel of the hand like you're pushing things away. And then inhale, extended mountain, fingertips up towards the ceiling. Feel that stretch through the side body. Exhale, draws your hands back to your heart center. Okay, so the next pose will be adding in a little bit that you may feel some wobbles. We're gonna add in just a little bit of balance. If your ankles are sore today and you don't wanna do this, you can simply do the arm movements that we'll be doing. So the sequence of these poses will be coming up on your lifting your heels up, coming up on your toes. What I would like you to focus on when you do that is grounding through your toe mounds and keeping your ankles reaching towards each other. Gather those ankles in towards each other so you don't wobble to the pinky sides of your feet. Okay, so you'll need to find a focus. Look in front of you and find an external drishti. It's the Sanskrit word for focus, soft gaze. You can have an internal focus. I like to use the breath as an internal focus, but it could be something like a visualization, a mountain or a tree or something like that. Okay, so get to your mountain pose. We'll be sweeping the arms overhead and then releasing the arms down. So let's just do a few up on the heels. Spread out those toes. Get your mountain feet. Feel the tripod. So we're about to only feel the front part of the tripod on an inhale. Lean slightly forward. Take a breath in. Lift the heels maybe a little bit, maybe medium, maybe a whole lot, and then reach the arms up and overhead. Gather those ankles in. Feel those calves working for you. And then on your exhale, release the heels down and release your arms to your side. So go slowly, like be controlled. One more. Inhale, lift the heels. Now lift the arms at the same time. Gather those ankles towards each other. Feeling the calves working for you. And on your exhale, arms come down. Okay, so the add-on now is we'll reach the arms overhead, extended mountain, leave the heels up. Then when we land the heels, we'll come into the awkward or power pose, chair pose, Utkatasana. But the Utkatasana I'd like you to do is having your knees go over your toes just a little bit to get a lot of ankle flexion. So a lot of times the knees are sort of behind the toes and the hips are back a lot in power pose or awkward pose. It's a little bit different. I'll cue you through that. Let's get to a fast mountain pose. Strong, stable, protected mountain pose with those toes spread out. Feel the tripod, arms to your side. Tune into the breath, let that be a drishta. Inhale, lifting the arms up and overhead. Lift the heels off of the ground. Feel those wobbles, it's okay. Try to find some stability. The next time a natural exhale comes, reach the arms down, sweep them down. Come down on your heels, bend the knees, look down and have the knees go over the toes just a little bit. Inhale, sweeps the arms back and overhead, straighten the legs, come up onto the front of the tripod, the toe mounds, lift the heels, hold for one breath in, one breath out, one more breath in. On your breath out, drop the heels flamingo pose. I call this the flamingo pose. I think there's a lot of variations to flamingo. I'll show you just for a moment. We'll be stepping 1 foot back. You'll be up on the toe mounds. So you can see I was a little wobbly. It's already a balance. You don't have too much weight to the back. Your heel isn't down. You're up on the toe mounds. We'll be reaching that same arm, the same side. The arm lifts up, and then on an exhale, we'll step through, lift the knee up, and also bring the calf towards the back of the thigh. Okay, so sort of like a flamingo leg or flamingo foot. Okay, so let's do it together. Step a foot behind you. It doesn't matter which one. Put the opposite hand on your hip. I like to do that. Find a drishti, something to focus on. Lift an arm, the same side, the foot that's behind you. Lift that arm up and overhead. Inhale. And on your exhale, release the arms. Step the leg through. Lift the knee as high as you want to and bring that calf towards the back of the thigh. Point the toe. Hold here for a breath in, a breath out. And then on your breath in, can you step back, lift the arm up, be up on the toe mounds. And on your exhale, step into the flamingo. Arm down, knee up, calf towards the thigh. One more, inhale, step back. The weight goes back just a little bit, not too much. Exhale, step into your flamingo. Pull that thigh, pull that calf towards the thigh. Step down. Let's do the other side. Step the opposite foot back. You're up on the toe mounds. Inhale, sweep that arm up and overhead. My opposite hand is on my hip. And now on an exhale, step yourself forward. Lift the knee up. Pull the calf in. Point the toe. Take a breath in. Feel the wobble on your bottom leg, but stay strong on that supported leg. Inhale, step back. One little step back. Arm lifts overhead. Exhale, step forward into the flamingo. Pull that calf up, point the toe, strong, supported, opposite leg. Bum muscles are working for you. One more inhale. And exhale into your flamingo pose. We'll hold for one more breath in. And out. Okay, so come on down. Circle out your ankles. So last couple poses I want to do are the warrior poses because those really, really embody strength and courage and protection. So we'll do warrior one pose, and the add-on I'd like to do is when we come into the warrior, we'll get into our stance. I'll show you the arms. You'll be making fists with the wrist creases up, and then bend the elbows and pull the elbows back. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. And then on an inhale, we'll straighten the front leg as we push, like we're pushing something away. And you can imagine you're pushing something that doesn't feel strong or protective for you, away from you. Okay, so let's come to your mountain pose. Choose a leg, either leg, to step back. And I like to step that foot out a little bit so that there's good space between my feet. The back foot is turned out. The front foot is straight forward, and your shoulders, your rib cage, turn towards that front foot for the warrior one pose. Press into the back heel and let that back leg, feel the energy and strength of the back leg, engage the back bum muscle, the glute muscle, to anchor you and hold you. That's some of your strength, big muscles here. Okay, so arms are in front of you, turn the palms up, wrist creases up, make fists, take a breath in, and then pull the elbows back as you bend the front knee. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Whenever a natural inhale comes, I want you to push your hands in front of you, spread out your fingers, straighten your front leg, and then it doesn't matter which breath. On one breath, pull the elbows back, squeeze the shoulder blades together, open up the heart. Usually in this big back bend, you would inhale. And then on an exhale, you would push something that's not serving you away. Pull, squeeze the shoulder blades, shine through your heart, feel open and protected. Exhale, push, straighten the bottom leg, drop your head. Last one, pull back, take a nice breath in and out. And then we can release the arms down. If you'd like to sweep the arms up and overhead for a more sort of traditional warrior one, you can do that. You can look forward, you could look up. You could even bring palms together or clasp hands and point the index finger up, look up. Any variations, check in. What makes you feel strong? What makes you feel empowered? What makes you feel courageous? Have the discipline to hold. I know it's hard. One more breath in. And out, arms down. Step forward into mountain pose. Let's do the other side. your fingers, you might clasp them in the opposite clasp. Point your index fingers up, look up. Hold. Feeling the strength, feeling the courage, feeling stable. And release the arms, step the back foot forward. Okay, so these little snacks of yoga come to a close so quickly. Let's come down onto your backs. Okay, just for a little cool down, we'll do a couple windshield wipers and then close together. So come all the way down. Relax your arms comfortably to your side. Feet are either hip distance apart, they could be wider, they could even be touching. Take a breath in, and on a breath out, knees drop to one side, turn your head away. Everybody knows this, right? Take a breath in, but be fully present. Exhale, drop your knees to the other side. Inhale up. Exhale over. Inhale up. Exhale over. And then inhale back to center. Please hug your knees to your chest. Give yourself a big hug. If you'd like to rock your hips a little bit from side to side, you can rock your hips to side to side. Okay, step your feet down, roll over to one side, push yourself up, and we'll take a moment to sit tall. So if you have any props that you want to grab, you can grab those. If you want to sit back on your heels, you can sit back on your heels. So I no longer close my classes with Namaste. I don't have any issue with people that choose to do that, but I close my class now with a peace mantra, Om Shanti Om. I have learned that Namaste is, in India, it's just more of a greeting than a closing. So I have chosen to close my class now by giving some well wishes and then saying Om Shanti Om. And you can say Om Shanti Om if you'd like with me, or you can just listen. Okay, so to sit up real nice and tall on an inhale, tall spine, dignified, strong spine. Exhale, please draw your hands in front of your heart. May we all learn to live more like the lotus, at home in the muddy water. Please bow a humble mind to your open heart and listen to this mantra for peace, or say it with me. Om Shanti Om. Thank you for watching. Wherever you're watching from, have a wonderful, wonderful day.